Hello Sharks, I am Jonathan Little here today with another episode of Weekly Poker Hand. And before we get started, I just want to thank all of the veterans, all of the military personnel out there for, well, doing all the hard work that you do. We appreciate you. We appreciate your sacrifice. Thank you. To celebrate you, we're having a sale at pokercoaching.com. Check it out at pokercoaching.com/memorial for Memorial Day. Check it out. I appreciate all of you. Thanks for all of your service. All of us appreciate you. Today, we're going to be taking a look at a hand featuring Phil Hellmuth. You all know him. The Poker Brat. And Daniel Negreanu. Kid Poker. Let's get right here to it. We have a spot where Phil Hellmuth limps the button, playing 100 big blinds deep. Actually, 92 big blinds deep. Right off the bat, I don't know what Phil Hellmuth has, but you typically want to be raising on the button when you are playing deep stacked and in most scenarios until you get just like 20-ish big blinds, 30-ish big blinds deep. You want to raise because you want to make sure you play bigger pots when you're in position. Because imagine, let's just pretend that you win 60% of the pots when you're in position. And you therefore win 40% of the pots when you're out of position. Wouldn't it be great to just make the pots a little bit bigger when you're in position? That way, the times that you're going to be a favorite, 60% of the time, you just win bigger pots? Well, that's what raising does for you. You want to be raising. Phil Hellmuth has decided to develop a limping strategy, though. And, you know, this could be fine, but I think you just want to do a decent amount of raising because you want to play big pots when you are the favorite. That said, he limps. Daniel Negreanu wakes up with the ace, jack of hearts, and he elects to raise it up. 3 big blinds. Raise it up, Buttercup. All right, is Buttercup Phil Hellmuth going to continue? He does. Flop comes. Jack. 8. 5. Giving Daniel Negreanu top pair. No flush draw. He elects to check. So look, I have no clue what ranges are at play in this scenario. I'm kind of surprised Negreanu just did not go for a continuation bet. Because the pre-flop raiser in most scenarios has a lot of very good suited cards, like the ace-x of clubs, or some good king-x of clubs, or like queen-10 of clubs, right? So I would presume that Negreanu has a lot of nut hands here, and when you have a lot of nut hands, you don't really mind betting frequently because you're not going to get raised all that often, because Hellmuth should not be raising all that often to a hand that contains a lot of nuts. He did decide to check, though, and now Hellmuth decides to go for a tiny overbet. He bets 7,000 into the 6,000 pot with about 80 something thousand remaining in stacks. So interesting bet size. He's already blasting it. You have to presume that means he's relatively polarized. If he is polarized, it means he has either a very good made hand already or a draw of some sort. You all know how to play your draws, by the way? There's a pretty reasonable chance you should actually not bet all the draws in this spot because you really don't want to get check raised, right? You know what I want you to do? I want you to head over to pokercoaching.com/draws quiz. I have a quiz there for you to make sure that you know how to play your draws well. There'll be a link below this video. All right. Negreanu facing this polarized bet opts to call, and I like this because at this point, you're probably either against a really good made hand, like a flush that you're dead against, or you're against a flush draw, meaning if that club comes, you know that you're probably in bad shape, and if the club does not come, you probably have the best hand. Turn is the 8. And Daniel Negreanu opts to lead. All right, now look, I have no clue what ranges look like at all at this point. But this is a pretty cool play. I don't mind it, sure. Look, normally the times to lead are when your equity improves substantially, and I guess Negreanu thinks he would check call a lot of 8s on the flop, but I'm not even sure that's true. He does decide to lead 3,000 into the 20,000 pot. And now, Hellmuth raises. We have action. Oh my gosh. Another cool play. You know what I need to do here? I need to put on my leather jacket because this play is so cool. There's so much action. Do I look cool now? Do you think I look cool now with my leather jacket? Can I zip this thing up? All right. I'm cool now. Wait, you think I'm cool enough? Let's get on my glasses, okay? I cannot possibly look cooler, more like an action star than when I put on my fully zipped up leather jacket and my glasses. I am so cool. If you think I'm cool, do me a favor and click the like button below. Also click the subscribe and notification bell. I would appreciate it. Click the like button if you think I'm actually cool. If you think I'm not cool, don't click anything. Or the like button, you get to choose. Facing this raise, you gotta feel pretty uncool in Negreanu's shoes. What would you do facing the action blasting that Phil Hellmuth is applying right now? Went 3K lead, 22K. As if he has like a bazooka. Bam, 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 bam. Blasting Negreanu. This is after it was already clear he went into zoom zoom mode. So knowing Hellmuth may be in zoom zoom mode, what do we do with this ace jack? I want you to think about this and pause the video and write in the comments section below, right down there, what you would do with this ace jack of hearts. Would you give it up, assuming that, he could be zoom zooming, but he could also just have the nuts, I better get out of the way? Would you call, hoping to fade a club or maybe a king or a queen? Or do we go maximum action and blast all of our money in? What would you do in this scenario? Write it in the comment section below. All right, did you do it? I hope you did. Make sure you are actively learning and thinking about poker and studying poker. And that's what I have available for you at pokercoaching.com. Make sure you check out the big sale I'm having for Memorial Day right now at pokercoaching.com/memorial. Cool spot, cool spot. If you think Hellmuth's bluffing a lot, you got to call. If you think he's not bluffing a lot, you got to fold. What's your read, Daniel? What do you got? Negreanu opts to call. River's the 10 of diamonds. He does lose to a few sporadic bluffs now, like 9-7. He loses to queen 9. Could you imagine if Hellmuth shows up with the 9-7 here? He obviously loses to all the flushes. Negreanu checks, and now, if Hellmuth decides to go full action Jackson all in, what do you do? What do you do? I don't know. This is where, if Phil Hellmuth has proven that he gets to run lots of bluffs, he's going to get maximally paid off when he has a flush or a full house or a straight. If he has not proven that he's capable of bluffing, the all-in will probably get Negreanu to fold. And given the interview that I did with Negreanu on my YouTube podcast, check it out, youtube.com/pokercoaching. Just search Dale Negreanu interview. It'll come right up. He said that he does not think Hellmuth blasts off too often on the river. Meaning, I think Negreanu thinks when it goes check, check, he wins like every time. And when it goes check, bet, especially if it's all in, he probably has a pretty easy fold. So, this is a spot where if Hellmuth has the nuts, he should probably go all in, but maybe he should bet small. But if he has a bluff, all you can eat buttercup. Negreanu checks, and Hellmuth goes, oh, he checks. What's he probably have? He must have like, what could he have? An 8? He could have an 8. He limp call preflop, like 8-4, maybe? I think he probably has 8-4. Ace high. Not cool. Not cool. Not cool. Got to go all in action Jackson, Phil Hellmuth. Blast him. And to be fair, if you blasted him here, maybe he would have called. You'd be down to almost no chips. But I think in this scenario, it's probably the play. However, Phil Hellmuth hung out. He grinded. It turned super cool for him later. And he won. So, I'm just a YouTube commentator. Hope you enjoyed today. Have a great, great day. Good luck in your games. Thank you very much for being here. And I'll talk to you next time. Hello there. Yeah, I'm talking to you. You want me to let you in on one little secret to take your poker skills to the next level? All you have to do is click the subscribe button right here. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah.
Very nice.